What's the asset allocation? If they can't answer that, run.
And how does it align with my risk profile?
Yes.
That's number one.
2, ask them what is the underlying investments of each of the allocation segments. So what are the underlying investments with Australian equities? Yeah. Then what you could do, you could ask them within that underlying investment, what are the actual companies?
Yes.
Because any financial advisor or fund worth their salt can 100% answer those 3 things.
That's right.
So they could. So here's an example. So ask me the question, Vince.
Okay.
A little role play.
So what's my asset allocation?
Vince, in your portfolio, we've got 26% in Australian shares.
So what sort of Australian shares?
We've got 2 investments in the Australian shares. One of them is, and we'll call it 50% of the 26% or whatever I said, 30%, is an ETF that invests in the top 200 Australian companies weighted to the index. So it's an index approach. Mm-hmm. The other option is an active fund, and it could be insert active fund manager here, and they manually select Australian equities, and we can open the product and we can see their top 20 holdings. So that's very transparent, isn't it?
It is.
We've drilled down on, you've recommended me put my $1 million of super into your fund. Okay, you've said 30% of that, or 26% is in Australia. Within that, there are 2 options. One of them is Australian equities index fund, top 200. The other portion, probably not going to be 50-50 of the 25, but a small overall 5% of the portfolio is in an active small caps company. Yep. We use Ausbil, or who do you use?
Ausbil, OC, SGH.
Yep. They've been around for 30 years. They show you the top 50 holdings, or very transparent. Yep. Now, if a financial advisor can't drill down on that with the Australian equity allocation, the international equity allocation, at the very least, you need to contact me and I'll give you a new advisor.
Yeah, and in that vein, then, if asset allocation is important, then consistency of asset allocation is just as important.
How often do you rebalance?
And many portfolio managers, in particular in the higher profile funds, will have wide ranges. So they might say, we're going to put between 0 and 45% of this allocation into Australian shares. Usually they'll say, our target is 25, but we have a possible range of 0 to 45.
So in the PDS,
that's in the PDS,
you will see words like strategic asset allocation, or tactical, or target. Yeah. So basically, because throughout life, the Aussie equities might have a good run and it might increase from 20, but we know it's not going to be more than 35 at any one time.
Yeah. And so focusing on the target can be a little dangerous, that you want the target to align with your risk profile. So if you're a balanced investor, your appropriate asset allocation might be 70%. So you want to make sure that your target in whatever you're investing in aligns with that. But if the spread is too large, you really want to look at, are they telling you how they decide where in that range it's going to be?